I think I'm live. I hope I'm live. Hi. I hope you get. Okay, cool. My chat's there, so I set up the stream correctly. Hi there. I wanted to wear this costume, but I'm sweating my ass off now, and I cut my finger, and I can't get the hat to stay still, so I'm probably not gonna be able to do that. And it's almost midnight, and I'm cool with that. But yeah, it's supposed to be the Mad Hatter. I don't know. I wore this, I think, last year or the year before or something. But yeah. So we don't really dress up on Halloween here. We do it like on the weekend next to it. So yeah. Hi everyone. Hi April. Hi Miss Blackwell. Hi Purple Dragon Chill. What's up? I actually have a pretty decent live stream planned for tonight. I think anyways. What are you doing? If my cats don't piss me off, or my cat doesn't piss me off. Babe, can you call the dog, please? Because otherwise, all we're going to hear is growling and hissing in my live stream, and that's not going to be cool. Yes. All right, yeah, I'm taking these things off. I had them try to make shift with, like, hair clippies, and I never, like, real hair clippies, like... Well, I think they're actually nail clippies, but I used them for dyeing my hair. Now I can't get it out. All right. Oh. Which, yeah, holy shit, want to hear something awesome? So, I dyed my hair last night. And, I was touching up my roots, my blonde. And, I bought a different kind of, I guess, bleacher or whatever. But it was no bleach, it was called. And it wasn't until after I just finished applying it to my hair that I saw it in this big red box. Do not use if your hair has been previously bleached. And I'm like, fuck, I just put it on my head, and all my hair is previously bleached pretty much, except for like this much of the roots. I'm like, shit. I'm like, well, they all kind of say that, don't they? So then about literally 2 minutes later, my hair starts to turn green. I'm like, but then I'm like, well, wait a minute. There's been some times where I've done my hair color and it's turned a really funky color and that is settled in on the color that's supposed to be. So maybe it's just working through the process. And so I get close to the like 45-minute maximum mark if you can leave this in. And my hair's still green, but it did lighten up a little bit. It wasn't a bright green. It was bright, but it wasn't dark. It wasn't all over, whatever. It was green. It was like when you bleach your hair and you go swimming in chlorine a lot. That's what it looked like. So I rinse it out, and my hair's still green. It's wet, and you can see the green. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, well, I was going to dye it pink anyway. So why don't I just try to cover up the green with the pink? You know? So I did. And quickly I could tell that was the best fucking decision of my life. Like, I want to fuck this up again in the future, just like that. Because look at this. I have, like, blue little shades, small shades of, like, shimmery blue, green, pink, purple. It is the best fucking hair color I've ever had in my entire life. I'm so glad I made that mistake. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. You guys can hear me, right? I don't even know. I should probably check. I'm going to sit here talking this whole time. I might have been talking to myself. It happens. It happens. It usually happens, though, like, without a live stream around. Let's see. Okay, it says I'm live. I have watchers, not waitings. So there's that. Can you hear me, though? Yay, you can hear me. Okay, good. It sounds like shit, though. I don't like it. Okay. Let me see. Wait, I just want to make sure that... Because I had to use OBS tonight because StreamYard wasn't picking up my snap cam for some reason. Sometimes it'll do that. It's weird. So, it might OBS just picked it right up. All right, I'm on the right microphone. Desktop audio is that, okay. Oh, that's right, well, I don't have to set up my MIDI right now, but I'm gonna have to do it before I start playing the video. Okay, so, anyways, back to the stream. All right, so I've been cleaning out my hard drive on my computer here over the past few days, and you know how it is. It's so much time goes by, and you forget about things, and it's kind of fun, rediscovering things. And I posted this little video clip on Twitter last night from the Glare. He was talking about Katie Joy in his stream. I'm just gonna go ahead and play it because it's fucking funny. I don't care. Oh wait, it should play with my MIDI. I think it should. Well, let me just set that up real quick. Okay. Multi-output device. Like this, right? And then that built-in output. Okay, so that should be set up. Let me see. Oh, it's probably good here. Yay, okay. I'm getting pretty good at this shit. I don't care what Cheshire says. I'm getting pretty damn good at this streaming shit. Not that anyone cares what she says, really. But, alright, audio. Okay, that's good. And then...
It's just unnecessary.
If anything, they're causing more damage. The pain would come from the 30 minutes of torture.
Right. You don't need to like...
That's awful.
It's
we
awful.
need to educate men in that cult of like how to please a woman.
All you need to do is just start kissing me and just making me feel like I'm the best person in the world.
Alright, so I think that's right. I don't know, we'll find out. My microphone's still on. Alright, let's see how this plays. I need the... What? Am I just a fucking idiot? Where'd it go? Video source, video capture device, media, screen capture. Is that what it is now? It's Mac OS screen. Oh, I did the update. I bet that's why there's no more display thing, right? No, because that is going to cancel. That's going to capture my whole stream, my whole screen. I don't fucking want that. What happened? Goddamn, I hate it when I fucking upgrade. Browser. I guess I can try browser. Mac OS audio capture. Alright, whatever. I'm not gonna do that now. Yeah, alright, we're gonna have to try browser. Okay. Local file. No, I don't want that URL. Wait, that's not gonna work. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll be honest with you. I really don't know what the fuck I'm doing here now. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Alright, I'll figure it out. What if I go near here? It is. Seriously, what happened to all... Oh, window capture. There it is. Okay, I'm just gonna have to go in that one, I think.
It's just unnecessary.
If anything, they're causing more damage. The pain would come from the 30 minutes of torture.
Right. You don't
It's
need
not
to like.
pleasure. That's awful.
It's
We need to
awful.
educate
Okay.
men in that cult
They
of
moved it.
like how to please a woman.
All you need to do is just start kissing me and just making me feel like I'm the best person in the world.
Okay. Let me get rid of that thing now. Browser, be gone. Okay. So I'm gonna go on over to my Twitter and play that real quick. So I found all kinds of screenshots. I found all kinds of videos and shit that I have not seen. Some of them I haven't seen at all. I don't think anyways. They don't at all look familiar. And some interesting screenshots too from here and there. Not all specifically Janelle and Katie related, but for the most part they are. But first, like I was saying, let's take a look at this video here from the Glares channel. It was from some time ago. It's like probably 2-3 years ago maybe. But anyways, here we go.
That's mind blowing to me. If somebody finds her arousing, it's mind
Okay,
blowing.
we're gonna start from the beginning. Okay, here we
I
go.
know this is petty. I know. But as a man, I gotta tell you,
You can hear it, right?
somebody has sex with her. That's mind blowing to me. If somebody finds her arousing, it's mind blowing to me. Like, I could never.
Proposal
I
one
could
forces
never
girls to
be a
compete
mental
against
health
boys.
professional because I would be so engaged in trying to understand the carrot and. I know that's fucked up. And it's just,
Yeah, you can barely hear it.
going after the carrot. You know what I mean? Like, there's somebody touches her.
All right, so I'm not gonna fuck with the sound. I'm just gonna have to try and be very quiet here when I'm playing shit because it's picking up all the sounds here. So I apologize. I guess maybe I'm not getting that good at this streaming shit after all. So anyway, back to the glare.
So engaged in trying to understand the carrot and. I know that's fucked up. And it's just, and I'm always going after the carrot. You know what I mean? Like, there's somebody touches her. I know that's fucked up. I know that's fucked up. But, dude, I'm just saying, as a man, I'm like, I can't, and I take pride in being a sexual man. You know what I mean? Like, and I can't find any sexually redeeming qualities about this woman at all. And as men, this is what we do. Some of you guys, right? Where you look at a woman and know that we're like this, okay? Having said that, looking at this woman, I'm shocked that somebody touches her. Blown away by it. It's like somebody gets aroused when this person is like talking dirty and I don't even want to think about it. It's crazy. It's crazy to me.
Oh, I deleted it. Can you get a comment deleted? Watch, I'll do it right now. Oh, I deleted it.
See what I mean? See what I mean? Tim knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I'm so judgmental. Can't wait to be more judgmental. Sarah Edwards, you're the Karen.
Dude, K. Rochelle.
Okay.
Okay.
K. Rochelle.
I hadn't watched that in a long time, and I saw that. Was it last night? Last night or the night before? I think it was last night though. And I'm like, oh my god, why haven't I played that more often? Why haven't I remembered about this? Because that is freaking hilarious. I just need to up my volume a little bit here and then put it back there. Okay. So yeah, there's that. All right. So moving on, let's look at some screenshots, shall we? So now, like I said, these go all over the place, but I thought that this one was funny. She says, holy shit, there was just a huge gunshot in my neighborhood. Someone says, it happens in our neighborhood a lot. I live in rural Alabama. When our kids were little, it scared the crap out of me. It still does because a stray bullet can kill. And she goes, Katie says, I've heard hunting gunshots, but this sounds like a shotgun. What do people hunt with? I mean, yeah, rifles sometimes, but I mean, like if you're shooting duck or something, it's a shotgun, right? I mean, you're not going to use a slug in a fucking duck. I don't know. Anyways. It was a single shot. Then I saw a car drive by my home house. No idea if they were connected. Don't think the shots were at my house, by the way. No, I'm sure she doesn't, but she just wants everyone else to think that. That's why she put it out there like that, so to put the idea in her head. Because it's all about her. It's all about her. She made hunting season in Minnesota all about her just now. Yeah. It's nice. So here, this says we're going to be talking about Janelle and Katie shortly. We have a bunch of tweets and stuff between the two of them. Up here in the top left, we'll start there. Katie says, at TMZ says to Janelle, at TMZ says you want to make your divorce a storyline. Talk to them. Janelle says, Harvey has blown up my phone 10 calls in a row and I refuse to speak. I wish to have this time alone with my kids. Katie says, I'm reporting off those sites. The Ashley reported she heard you had no money left. I'm happy to retract anything. Katie says, I'm reporting from what sources have told these outlets. Someone else says, your sources are shit. I'm busy. Oh my God. I can't. Wait a minute. Apparently now I have to mute for some reason. Seriously though, I don't think I can. Oh yeah, I can't mute right now. Sorry. What? Oh, the video? Yeah, I know. I'm not playing the video right now, but thank you though, Michael. Okay, so going back. All right, now where did I leave off? Your sources are shit. Katie says, U.S. Weekly, E! News, TMZ, The Ashley. Katie then says, I can't correct things if she won't answer me. I also am using other sites that are reputable. E! News, U.S. Magazine, The Ashley, TMZ, etc. If she has time to scold me, she should contact those sites as well for not reporting accurately. Janelle says, without a crystal ball, you need to stop reporting about me. Half your facts and evidence is false. All you do is spread lies, not facts. Thanks. Heard. I love how everyone assumes everything. No thanks. Not talking to anyone at this time. Stop digging. Katie says, TMZ reported you want to be on Teen Mom 2 by the holidays because your storyline of the divorce would be a ratings gold from their site. Janelle says, oh no, same thing. Stop reporting about me. And then Katie says, I'm happy to clear up whatever you want me to. But the information was from The Ashley, U.S. Weekly, and numerous other sources online. Janelle says, you need to stop. Oh, same thing, same tweet. Savage Sister says, you sit behind a screen on YouTube thinking you're some upcoming star. Katie says, oh, you think that? I'm not trying to be a star. I just enjoy what I do. I just enjoy stalking people. I don't want to be the star. I just want to stalk them. My opinion, allegedly. Okay. Next we have, why did I save this one? Oh! So, Katie's original Twitter handle or something, she had deactivated it, and she left it deactivated for like 30 days. And at the time, I don't know if it's still the case, but at the time, if you did that, then you pretty much lost the ability to reactivate it. So it became fair game again. Once that happened, this account here took it over on it. I guess that they're, I don't know, I got this impression that they knew each other. Anyway, so this account here says, you block me on my other because you see I wanted to follow you and then you delete Instagrams. What are you so afraid of, Catherine? Will Toodles, yeah, he calls Todd Toodles, I love that. Will Toodles come for Dutch now and speak, the dude was like German or Dutch or something. Become yet another laughingstock? Or are you Norwegians again this day? Switching all the time. We did not hack you. you are lying. You delete the account name, we take it. Want screenshots? You say you deleted? Apologize, yes? Best idea you could get. Question marks, and someone says, she knows she talks of us on her platforms, then hides. Deletes all things as soon as we say or ask questions. Calls us Russia hacks to cover tracks of what she has done. And then we are the bad people. No hatred. Fact and freedoms of speech there, yes? She hides in the molehill on freedom such as that. Ask her of Antifa friend, and I wish I had the rest of that screenshot. This is from like 2019 though. Interesting. Okay. This one. Oh, I thought that this one was interesting when I saw it. This is from 2019. Okay, December 2019. And she says, oops. A little bit. She says, does it matter who reported it? She falsely accused me, I think she means LB. She falsely accused me of Munchausen by proxy as though it was fact and sent her angry mob after me after that 3-hour video. I received death threats. My address was found. Probably because I put it there on my business license, publicly filed with the state. But it was found. People attempted to contact CPS. Back in December 2019, she was still spinning the story. But I'm curious, how does one attempt to contact CPS? How do they attempt this? Do they like type in CPS in the search bar and just look at the search results and say, oh, it wasn't made easy enough for me. There was an attempt made. Like, is that it? And if so, how do you know? If there was no contact made, how do you know that the attempt was made? And if no contact was made, would you care? Really? Anyway. Okay. Next screenshot. Oh, this I read. I laughed. I audibly, just vocally, loudly laughed. She says, best message all day. An attorney DM'd to say, I am a great investigator that provides a balanced perspective. I do my best. Oh my God. It's so funny. Because that's what an attorney would say. An attorney would say, you give a balanced perspective. No, an attorney's not at all about balance, about like a fair description or whatever. No, they're all about their side. They should be. They have to be. That's the part of their profession. They would never say, oh, you provide such a balanced perspective with your great investigation skills using Spokeo and shit online. Mm-hmm. Why did I say this one? Oh, because this says Janelle Brown. I think I thought that it said Janelle Eason. All right. I don't even know what that's about. Whoa, what's this? Okay, wait a minute. It says, James, do not damage my brand by falsely claiming in quotes that I said these words. I'm getting harassed nonstop because of your video screaming and yelling about a false allegation that I blamed Janelle Brown. You are taking my words completely out of context, and I never once said that she was to blame. I was responding to people in my comments blaming her. Everything I stated about the culture is factual. They are told that law enforcement are Satan's agents, so they do not handle emergencies with law enforcement. Even with that fact, it does not place blame in Janelle. I have no idea what this is about. Since your video, my comments and channel have been spammed with harassment that is damaging my business. All right. It's not harassment then if it's spam. That would actually be a good idea. I think that would be an effective way to harass someone is through spam. But I don't. Oh, okay. I take that back. I may be wrong. You have also stated the AUB is not a cult. It is a dangerous cult that traffics women and children, which fully explains the fear that people live in every day. They are told daily that it would be better to no longer exist than to leave the church. Okay. Moving on. Oh, I don't know where I have that. Okay. Where did I have that one? Oh, yeah. This one right here. I didn't know that Allison wasn't the original owner of that Facebook group. I thought that was very interesting. I don't know. I need to find out more information about that, though. And then next we have, from the same person here, Marie, talking to Katie. How do you live with yourself after accusing an innocent man of R? I know the truth, and so do you. You had a crush on him and thought you could have a relationship with him when you realized he wanted a piece of ass only. You made up the R allegations. And please, share with these good people. You were also a paid prostitute. That's what the fuck is this? I know, I don't believe it. Okay, I just want to put that out there. I'm not trying to push a rumor or anything around. I absolutely do not believe, and I'm assuming she's talking about Katie Joy anyways. I mean, the false R allegations, but now that I think about it, maybe she's not. But either way, I do not believe for 1 second that Katie was ever a paid sex worker. not for a second. But I wanted other people's opinion or takes on this. Like, what the fuck? Where did this come from? Yeah, it would be nice to know who she was talking about for sure. But, oh well. This one right here. Oh my God. She says, writers are not made. They are born. And if that wasn't ever the perfect fucking poster in favor of abortion, I don't know what is. I digress. Okay. Writers are not born. Or writers are not made. They are born. We see the world in letters, words, stories, and articles. Why would you put articles in there? Like, that's... We see the human experience in a way so many ignore. With our words, we dissect our lives and divulge our deepest thoughts. Oh my God. I believe her. I believe that the things that she's shared are, in fact, her deepest thoughts. That's crazy. We also piss off a lot of people with our truth. Well, yeah, when your truth does not match with the truth of those reading your truth, yeah, that would piss some people off. Okay. And last one, I forget what this one is. Oh, I'm sure that a lot of people have or can recall Katie saying how she was doxxed in the subreddit. This is a screenshot of the old subreddit. And I don't have the actual like doxing information there because I'm not going to out her neighbors and shit. But, yeah. So this is without a crystal ball. I looked up her Reddit activity. So these are her comments from that day underneath this post or whatever. Someone made a post, or someone had followed the doxing up with a Reddit post saying doxing post deleted. Katie, on the bottom, here's what Katie Joy wrote. And she wrote, "Trust me, no one is being sued in this Reddit. Trust me, calm down. You know who did this. I hope you know. Steve McRae wants this Reddit down. Maybe you guys realize what I've been going through." That's right, because Steve McRae started his own subreddit at the time. Oh, this is sick. Maybe you guys realize what I've been going through. This is insane. You have so much explaining to do. Oh, I think it started from the bottom up. An interview. Amy is pretty awesome. This is what Katie posted and deleted. She wrote, "This is doxing. I never posted this. I never posted this. Never. My phone number, home address, and now my neighbors. I don't have photos of my neighbors. You don't have to like me, but this is insane." And then she wrote, "A new subreddit was created by Steve McRae, and Uni says this is being done in order to take your Reddit down. This is sick. I know you guys don't like me, but this is what people are. I didn't dox them. This is insane. You have so much explaining to do. My lawyers will be sent everything because we know who did this. My neighbor's post is still up. I don't blame anyone." And whatever it goes on to say. Yep. So let's see here. And this is all my opinions. Anything I have to base this on is speculative, but I can recall, and I'm sure many others can recall, when she orchestrated an event to shame and embarrass and drag Little Red over the alleged Little Red calling her son the R word, which obviously Little Red never did. But it wasn't so much that. It was her reaction to being questioned about shit afterwards that really gave her away. And that's usually what happens. She can't honestly grasp, but people just kind of suspect that she's full of shit. And she kind of outs herself when she tries to deny it. She is your textbook case, in my opinion, of someone where the more they deny it, the more it's true, So much like in that case, out of the blue, she says, "I don't know whose account it was. I didn't create that account. I had nothing to do with that account. That account wasn't mine. Perhaps you should go talk to the person who made that account." Then on top of that, we have here, she says, "I didn't do this, whatever." Where's the one? Oh, right here. "I don't even have photos of my neighbors." No one. How was that a thing? Really, how was this an actual defense or whatever? It's social media. You really don't need to have photos in your possession. You can just go on their Facebook and grab the photos. So that just seems like a ridiculous argument to make. And then, right off the bat, she just turns around without missing a beat, blames it on Steve. It was Steve's fault. All because Steve started a new subreddit. So therefore, Steve's trying to take down this subreddit because he wants all the Reddit. All the Reddit. Anyway. And I remember back then, I don't know what stream it was or whatever. I don't have it anymore. Or at least I wouldn't even know where to look for it. But she said something regarding her neighbors. She made a slip up, I think, and let it be known that it was the same neighbors that had called the cops on her months prior, over barking dogs or whatever. Where the one when she did the whole the gay pride thing with the flag and said that the neighbors were destroying her flag or whatever. She let it be known that the neighbors who were allegedly doxxed here were the same neighbors, and to which I ask, how would we know that? How would we know which? I mean, I'm sure that she has more than one neighbor. So if we were trying to set that up, we would have to know which one of her neighbors that was. How would we know that? I feel like she kind of gave herself away there. Anyway, moving on. So here, okay. This right here is a file or folder I found on my hard drive. I didn't even know I had all this shit. I have several videos. I have the video where she does in fact out Janelle, and she makes that famous little quip there about, I know it says off the record, but sometimes off the record is going to be on the record. But I thought, especially now that my volume's not working all that great, we should go through the screenshots first. But actually, I'm wondering now, I might be able to fix that volume thing. I go back in here. I thought I needed audio output capture though. I think maybe that's what I need. All right, I fucked it up. Okay, so let me get rid of that. There it is. Okay. Device. No. This one, thank you. Right, now I'm thinking, Hello? Is there echo or anything? I don't hear anything. Now I'm thinking, though, when it starts to play, it's going to play a lot better. Now that I actually picked the right source. But first, we're going to look at screenshots. I don't even know what a lot of these say. We'll see here. I've been testing Teen Mom content for the past several weeks. Oh, I don't care about that. Okay. Oh, these are her DMs, I think, with Janelle. It says, Janelle, I spoke to Jen on Instagram, and I told her those screenshots were fake. Hi, Janelle. I've been trying to reach out to you. A group of trolls have been harassing me for weeks and creating fake screenshots. I let Jen know. I just wanted you to know. I'm sorry for what you saw. They were not real. I'm still very much rooting you on and supporting you from afar. Wow, seems like everywhere Katie goes on the internet, people just fake screenshots about her, right? I mean, holy shit. And that was on December 5th, then January 21st. Uploading on YouTube is faster on a desktop. Laptops are not built for YouTube. January 28th. I would love to explain to you what happened. You blocked me believing I said things I never did. This says, it's a post from September 9th, 2020. Janelle Evans. Oh, wait, that's at the... Acting like she gives me clout. The Duggars could fart and that video would get more views than anything you do, sis. I think you dragged us because Kale won't take your damn bait. Here we have Janelle Evans has the audacity to threaten Grace on her Instagram, a black YouTuber that is doing her job. Janelle has never come for me or other YouTubers that are white this way. But she cursed Grace's name and said she's reporting Grace to the police. Janelle, you are a racist. So it says, so glad you pointed that out. She's never done this to anyone but the black YouTuber. What do you mean the black YouTuber? Like, what the fuck? That's it. Okay. Yep, she's racist. I had people in my comments literally saying I'm race baiting. Nope. It's so clearly obvious she picks on Grace. She cursed her damn name. I reported the same story to the white YouTubers. Oh, okay. I said reported the same story. To the white YouTubers, she calls us fake news. Now, this is the thing that bothers me. I don't know. Maybe it shouldn't bother me, but I don't know. But Katie doesn't give a shit about racism. The only time she speaks about racism is when she gets to call someone she is already having issues with a racist. That's the only time. Yep, I'm not making this shit up. She and David are beyond racist, and this attack on Grace is unwarranted. Beyond. I already read that. Grace also has a lot more followers and viewers than you do. Katie says, my channel has 130K. Grace is around 100K. We only overlap on Teen Mom coverage. Someone says, whoa, what? Wait a minute. Like Janelle or not, what the hell does Grace being black have to do with anything? Janelle didn't say anything racist at all. She said you, Leslie, and Grace are fake news. Calling someone a racist is reaching. Shame on you. Hopefully Grace sees through you. Katie says, what she did to Grace is so obviously a microaggression. Christy here says, she pointed out 3 of YouTubers. No one said any colors but you. Stop it. You're race baiting. You have to see that. Katie says, nope. She's picking Grace specifically. It's a microaggression because all of us reported the same story. She literally threatened to shut down Grace's channel. Christy says, go to her Instagram. She says, you, Leslie and Grace, hell, half of YouTube says you should be deplatformed. Now you're pushing the race card? Just stop it. Stop making up stuff to gaslight people. There's someone who understands what gaslighting means. I already read that. Here she says, Janelle Evans admits David Eason broke her collarbone. Targeted Kaiser. Then it goes to the next one. Janelle Evans admits David Eason broke her collarbone, targeted Kaiser, and why he killed Nugget. In DMs to me. I'm dropping all the receipts. Someone here says, I like you and I like your channel, but you can't say off the record and then decide to take it back later. She says, yep, I can. Plus, everything she told me was in the court documents. In what court documents? The court documents I'm really hoping that this wasn't some sort of court interaction where it was being adjudicated in some way or form regarding any physical abuse Janelle had dealt with. I mean, I really hope that those are not the court documents that she is now out here saying, oh, I can say it all I want because I can make it public because it's in these documents. I really hope it's not the case, but I don't know. Here she says, well, sounds like I'll be interviewing with a major publication because Janelle Evans decided to post about me today. Apparently, she's done this to other people who report on her. I'll be responding through the interview. Stay tuned. Yeah, same thing. Here you go, my interview with the heavy. I want to run that through crowdsource to see how many people actually shared it or whatever. Right here. Carolyn V says, this is really sad. Janelle has a lot of haters, and I get it, but she is so clearly being abused. Heavy.com should be ashamed. Love or hate Janelle, she is clearly in a dangerous situation. What a terrible message to women everywhere. Janelle says, Janelle quotes Katie and says, I want to be the old grandma that sexually harasses the young boys that walk by. I don't care. I feel like when you get that old, you earn the right to be a sexual harasser. And she shared a video clip where I'm guessing that's exactly where it depicts as Katie saying that. Here, Janelle says, Katie Joy claims that Sophie is a spoiled brat, despite what the media reports and how her father won full custody. At YouTube, she has harassed well-known public figures for years and should be stopped. Yeah. Janelle here says, excuse me at YouTube, this creator, Katie Joy, is falsely reporting on my docuseries and spreading false information. I have reported she has no permission to use my copyrighted videos, but she continues to do so. Janelle then says, I think we should all try striking Katie Joy. Anyone with me? Follow this Reddit page dedicated to her. No, I did not make this page. I had it sent to me. LOL. Then Janelle says, this Katie Joy chick is crazy. Who agrees? And Katie Joy shares. Oh, she got a screenshot of the Facebook page or Facebook group at the time. And one of the moderators was talking to someone who knew, I don't know, was it Janelle maybe? I don't think it was Janelle. I think it was someone else. I could be wrong though. And Katie was just saying, oh no, maybe it was, Janelle. Katie Joy was saying, be careful. These girls are playing you. Let's look at this here. So Tina says, I think she means, tell your girl she's welcome here anytime. To which Melinda says, I will. Tina says, I sent her the tweet. Melinda says, Good. She was talking to KJ at one time until I messaged her and filled her in on her. Sadly, LB got blamed by KJ for my warning her, but I did make it very clear that it was me who did it. I don't fear Katie or her clan. Thank you for saying clan with an N. Someone says, oh, Tina, check your message request. Okay. Here, Katie says, Janelle, the troll you responded to that mom shamed you has been harassing me. DM me. I will tell you more. I've just been giving you shit for how long? Because this is, what, January 20 that this tweet went up? I've been giving you shit for how long now? But you were mom shamed here. Oops, sorry. Just DM me, and I'll be your best friend. Fuck no. Katie here says, wanted to watch Janelle Evans' interview with Candace Owens, only to see what lies would come out of her mouth. Is her last name Evans, not Eason? I thought it was Eason. I could be wrong, though. I don't know. Sorry. Interview with Candace Owens, only to see what lies would come out of her mouth this time. But you have to pay to watch the interview, and Candace is not getting any of my money. And here, Katie says, you remember Janelle and David's CPS hearing? That court proceeding was under a gag order, but Ashley reported information about Marissa's testimony, which I was like, whoa, that's a minor child's Oh my God, she did not just say that. She shared recorded phone calls between Sophie and the amicus attorney, and among other things. But, okay. That minor child's declaration. That's minor. Okay. Did the public need to know that for proof for her story? No, probably not. Here, Katie says, Janelle can't stop talking. Don't worry, the kids are totally fine. Screenshot shows Janelle saying, but thanks for asking. Crystal says, why is your phone smashed? And feeling annoyed? Are you okay? And the kids? Seriously, speak up and don't hide. Janelle says, LMAO, speak up? Okay, everyone message me on Facebook. My phone is smashed. This has nothing to do with the kids. Here we have screenshot. Janelle says, but thanks for asking. Oh, I already read that. Oh, that, okay. This one, Katie says, Janelle can't stop deleting her shade at David. I don't get it. No, okay. Okay, Katie's not even featured in there, so I'm not gonna bother. Oh, here Katie says the GIF was designed for Janelle, or this GIF was designed for Janelle Eason. Now she's saying Eason. What is it? Oh, she has diabetes. Okay. Here Katie says, ask Janelle about all of the alleged fraudulent GoFundMe accounts she set up for people in the news. Ask Janelle about how she lost custody of her son for a long time. It's all on her YouTube channel. What's this? He also asked me to give Janelle Eason his Snapchat and phone number. The next day, she blocked me after getting screenshots that supposedly showed me calling David a good guy. Oh, that's what she was talking about. I've never called David a good guy. All right, so that's the end of that. Let's check out a couple videos now. Why? I said it.
All right, you guys. I am so heated. I literally just finished recording and putting together a video
Can you hear
about
better?
Janelle Evans because this girl needs to stop. I just watched her go off on her Instagram stories, cursing Grace's name, saying, like, being so incredibly disrespectful to Grace for literally reporting what she put into a video and pointing out her inconsistencies, and said she was going to report Grace to the police and she was going to report every single one of her videos until her channel gets taken down. But it's funny here because Janelle, that's what I'm going to start calling you, girl. You have this funny little thing called racism.
Cool.
Because
Thank
guess
you.
what? You didn't do shit like this when I called you out because I pointed out that you were lying about David. But when Grace, the black YouTuber, calls you out, you have the audacity to go on your Instagram and start threatening her by saying that, dropping the F-bomb and like getting all edgy, like you have some sort of clout. Guess what, Janelle? You don't have clout anymore. You are no clout. No one works with you anymore. You don't have a job. You are on YouTube now. And if you're going to be on YouTube, you have to respect YouTubers. And you have no right to threaten Grace.
I wonder if, like, when she says shit like that, if the reason why you can hear her, like, swallowing or making whatever noises, whatever, like a mile away, is because she does it more loudly because she knows that she has to try and move on with having lied her ass off just there. I wonder. In my opinion, I think it could be it. I don't know.
Period. And then to bring my name into something because you don't like what I'm saying, I don't think so, Janelle. There is a reason why no one works with you, and it's you need to stop lying. And if you want the full story and you want all of it, I'm rendering the video, but I am so tired. Did you guys see what she did? You should see her stories. Like what she says to like, oh. She is so blatantly racist. It is so aggravating. And then, she wants to be a YouTuber now, but she doesn't know how to YouTube. She doesn't get to threaten to take somebody's channel because she doesn't like what they say. Unless it's, of course, unless it's absolutely disparaging and they're doing something that's completely illegal. But what Grace did was...
Okay, I just want to point out that there's a huge difference between absolutely disparaging and completely illegal, okay? Because, to my knowledge, there's no law stating that you cannot be disparaging in some manner or fashion. You know, I'm sure maybe there are some ways in which you could be disparaging that would be illegal, but just in a broad sense, I'm pretty sure you're legally allowed to be disparaging, mostly.
Wasn't illegal. She reported on a story, and you didn't like her take. And you don't like that people aren't receiving your story the way you want them to. But you don't get to dictate how other YouTubers respond. And you certainly, in the world of YouTube, do not get to threaten to take somebody's channel because you don't like it. Because guess what? There's a thing. Yeah, YouTube is a completely different world, Janelle. YouTube is a completely different world, Janelle. There are stands. There are audiences.
There are stands.
There are people that are not going to tolerate this kind of behavior. And it's so obvious.
Katie would know. Katie would know because she has been face to face, probably more than most YouTubers, with people who won't tolerate her behavior. Yeah.
That you were so angry that you got fired. But if you think that you can come on to YouTube and act like this and you're going to be a YouTuber, you have you're going to get your ass smacked. Because not like by me, just by the reality of how YouTube works. On YouTube.
That's a weird fucking way to come at her. then you're. Did she say you need to get your ass smacked, or you're gonna get your ass smacked?
onto YouTube and act like this, and you're going to be a YouTuber, you have you're going to have to get your ass smacked.
You're gonna have to
Because
get
not
your
like
ass
by
smacked.
me, just by the reality of how YouTube works. On YouTube, you don't get to lie to your audience. On YouTube, if you do lie, you get called out, because that's what happens on YouTube. And if you get called out, you better be accountable. And you're not going to
Well, that come on now. That's a lie right there. Katie knows that you don't have to better be accountable. I mean, but you will get called out.
have success on YouTube if you keep lying. And if you don't engage with your audience. Because you think you're better than YouTube. You think YouTube is beneath you. You act like anyone else that's on YouTube is some sort of peon because somehow you were on a reality TV show which fired you a year ago, and somehow you're better than Grace. You're better than me. You're better than Leslie. No. You are not better than any of us. You don't have a job. I guess you know what we do though? All three of us are putting out videos every single day. All three of us are working our asses off. What are you doing? You put out a video every 4 months and that somehow qualifies you as some sort of job on YouTube? You get some like crappy hairbrush that you post on your Instagram stories and you pretend like you are somehow employed? Your star is falling and it's all because of you. It has nothing to do with us. We're just pointing out what everybody else sees. We're pointing out the fact that you're lying. And you are lying while you're a child.
And I find that to be incredibly disingenuous of her because she says that your star, whatever, is falling, and it has nothing to do with us. But go ahead and try to give that credit to someone else and see what happens. Seriously.
Children in your home that are still around this monster and pretending and acting like your audience is stupid. Like somehow they are so dumb to like completely forget about the 29 911 calls and the physical abuse that he did to you and your kids. No. And if you're going to come up on here and tell me to grow up, no. I'm not, this is not petty. This is like bullshit. You don't threaten another YouTuber's channel like that. Anyways, I'm done. So I'm about to like upload my rant because I'm going to stick up for Grace. I'm going to stick up for Leslie. I'm going to stick up for anyone that has these channels that are working their asses off. You don't get, and it's so clearly obvious that you're racist because you go on your fucking story. You know, I did say the F word because this deserves it. You go on your story against the black woman and then just throw us in. When all three of us made the same damn video.
See, and that's the
All of
thing.
us. We all said,
In my opinion, that's what got her so mad is that she made the same video as Grace did. Probably used this, it said the same talking points. It probably even stole Grace's fucking content. Who knows? But she's mad that she didn't get her name out there in the press being given credit for her efforts, like Grace's. That's exactly what this is about.
said the same damn thing. But you retaliate against the black YouTuber when your husband is a freaking white supremacist. You're not going to have any friends on YouTube. You're not going to have any fans on YouTube. You can con people on YouTube for a minute, but you can't. This isn't how this works. You literally, yeah.
We're going to skip over this, Goldie. Now, I want to get to the video where she shares all the shit from Janelle.
Tonight there were some issues on YouTube with glitching while I was live. It created an absolute mess, and I just decided, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'll upload. We'll do a live premiere. We can chit chat while we go through this. So if you have been following this channel, I am apparently a clout chaser, and I love to clout chase Janelle Evans. Although I must remind you guys that most of my clout does not come from Janelle. In fact, the Duggars could pick their nose, and I would get more clout from them. Anyways, Janelle has been embroiled in this messy mess because...
Didn't I swear we just read her tweet that said the exact same thing, like verbatim. All right, I'm just going to check the chat here. Yeah, I think you might be right there, Tax Max Facts. KJ trying to get Grace to like her. Evan's sister maiden name, Eason is David's last name. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought, but I don't know, the Evans was throwing me off. And I think it's because Evans and Eason are so similar that I was sitting there thinking, did I just get it wrong? Like entirely? Is that what happened here? Katie reminds you of a hemorrhoid. Oh god, that's funny. Okay.
because she has been promoting her new docuseries about her story about what happened with CPS. This comes on the heels of her former franchise Teen Mom 2 debuting their latest season, so that part of it is suspect. Not only has she been picking fights with YouTubers like me, Grace, and Leslie Bass, but she's going back to her standards with Kale Lowry and calling out Kaylin's parenting and everything normal. Janelle likes to get into fights, and she gets bold, and she gets mean, and she gets feisty, and at one point in time, I tried to be nice to her because I felt bad because she was leaving David, and I thought I could lend her an ear. But it wasn't my doing. In fact, Janelle Eason was the one that reached out to me. However, in an Instagram Live with some liquid courage, I can't imagine she would have done this without the liquid courage. I think she might have been drinking something, but I can't say. Either way, she called me out with a lot of curse words and talking about what a liar I am and what a psycho I am. So I'll let you enjoy this right now.
I'm enjoying this right now.
I dropped my phone in the last session I just did not save.
I just gotta say that it's kind of refreshing. I can't talk. It's kind of refreshing to see Katie, admit that this was going to be a lot of calling out Katie or whatever, calling her a liar or whatnot, and she's like, I know you're gonna enjoy this. Oh yeah, you're right. We will probably.
To my phone. Sorry, dropped my phone. Had to get back on here and say. I have to call Katie Joy out for her YouTube page because apparently if you don't call someone out for their YouTube page for being racist, so she wants the clout. Here's the clout. Her page is her YouTube page. It has a bunch of false lies about everyone, not just me. I have a lot of 90 Day Fiance people actually messaging me right now trying to take her YouTube page down. Katie Joy is one person that I don't really respond to because she's so crazy. So not gonna respond to it. Stop messaging me and stop begging me to be your friend too. That's pretty pathetic. I haven't messaged you back. You sent me like 5 messages. You can stop now, but here's your clout. And Katie Joy, Leslie Bass, and Grace Report do not follow anything they post. They just do it for views, do it for money. And that's all I gotta say.
Did you get that? Okay, so she says that because I called her out for calling out Grace Report. Now, some of you guys said, Katie, why did you make it about a race situation? I brought it up because she didn't threaten to turn me into the police, and she didn't threaten to call the police on me. With Grace being a black YouTuber, alleging that you're going to call the police on someone. Come on. And she didn't do that to me still. And it's proving my point, not to mention her.
This coming from the same woman who made a comment to Letitia Bias referencing how she would be driving across state lines with her licensed handgun. Katie wanted to just kind of put the fear of God into her because Letitia was a black woman, and the thought of getting pulled over by a police officer, even with the license, likely scared her. That's why Katie wanted to make that known. Like, oh, you're going to be bringing that across state lines? Like, okay.
Her husband consistently is posting all kinds of stuff, and either way, I still find it slightly edgy there, on that edge, okay? Now, in there, she says, Katie Joy, stop messaging me. You're, constantly messaging me because you want to talk to me. But then she went onto her Instagram, and she literally posted messages that I sent to her in January. You guys, it's September 11th, which means I have not contacted her in 9 months, therefore proving her point that I don't want to talk to her. In fact, I uploaded a video last spring-ish after she got back together with David because I was concerned about this decision because she told me a whole lot of stuff when I spoke to her back in November, and it wasn't me that reached out to her, it was the other way around. So I had been on my Twitter account and I shared a photo, and it was of Kaiser, and she made a comment about how I should not share any photos unless I know the date. And she said, unless you can match the pictures up with the actual days it happened, I suggest you stop posting about me. You have no idea what happened before CPS, after CPS, and what photos go to what dates. You are wrong, and I'm sick of rumors being spread because of you. Okay. So I responded because that was super confusing because I didn't post anything. And then she started talking about Olivia, and it just sort of flowed from there. She eventually forgave me for that indiscretion, I guess. So after we started, that sort of changed. So once we started getting to a place where we could start talking about things, eventually she realized I wasn't the enemy. I was current to go correct something. I told her I was not against her. I don't know why I made that statement. I wasn't trying to be against her. I was just trying to do my job. And then we were getting a lot of questions about that Kaiser incident. So if you remember, she requested a temporary order of protection, and there was a lot of suggestions and questions that there was a photo circulating of Kaiser in a car and that David had taken a photo. And she said, no, there was never a picture of that incident, but it was recorded, so everything was handed to the courts, implying that she had video evidence of what she alleges that David locked her son in a car and refused to let him out and laughed at him as he would try to open him, making it scary for him. And I said, well, I'm glad that you got everything recorded. And she said, yeah, don't believe what people tell you because it's wrong. As we continue to speak...
See, any which way you fucking look at this, any which way you look at it, I don't even care. She's telling this story, Janelle's story, Janelle's hardships with this man, this allegedly abusive relationship. She's using this as content for her channel. And you bet your ass she monetized this shit too. That's the whole reason why she's even doing this. It's for the money. And I don't fault her for making money, or even for doing some shady ass shit maybe here and there for making money. Whatever, I don't care. But it's the hypocrisy for me. It's if you're gonna sit there and act like everyone else is the wrong one, everyone else is the one that's taking advantage of people, but you're not. No. She knows better. She knows what she's doing, in my opinion.
A little bit more, she started opening up to me. And I'm only bringing this all up because she seems to feel like she needs to call me out, so I'm just going to drop it all here. So I said, how long have you been documenting this? And you can see I said off the record, but you know what? Sometimes off the record is going to go on the record, and I'm going on right now. And she said since 2017 or 2018, documenting all the things that he had done to her. And as I continued to have my conversation with her, and then I sent her some stuff that David was saying because there was apparently a temporary order of protection and he was not supposed to be speaking about her and making threats, and that's what he was doing. And so really it was a lot of me just sending like, hey, this is what I saw. And so she blocks him. She's like, yeah, I know he's been talking about me. I'm just ignoring him. This is what I got from him on a daily basis. Now, if you remember, he was being really verbally ABUSIDE. And I said, like, are the kids doing okay? And she said, yeah, we're doing fine. And then there was a photo she posted on Snapchat, and she told me that was an old photo. And I said, oh, they actually reported that it was a new photo. And sometimes I was just trying to clear up things because people were sending me things. And I sent her one time where she posted an Instagram story and her GPS was showing. And I said, maybe you want to take that down since you've got this TRO. And she was like, thank you for reminding me. I deleted it. And then I asked her about MTV, and I said, is there any truth to the fact that you are going to return to Teen Mom 2? And she said, I haven't spoken to anyone about returning, so I don't know why everyone keeps saying that. They ignore me. And I said, as we would start talking, I said, oh, really? But you were in New York. And then she completely didn't answer that question. And then I said, Radar just reported that sources connected to you say that you are in talks with MTV. And and then all of a sudden her response was a little bit later, like 3 minutes later, not even responding to that. She said, you can report that my electric bill is about to be turned off if he doesn't fork over $800. And I said, really? And she said, I'm not in talks with anyone. Honestly, I'm focused on getting the kids in school and setting up doctors where we move to. So she came back to the MTV again saying there was no talks. And I said, wow, how are the outlets getting this so wrong? And she said, yes, I just checked our electric bill, but don't say you got it from me. So she was telling me to report things. And this was one of the things that she said on her Instagram was that, not in this live, but in another, she said that I only wanted to talk to her because I wanted information from her. But she was the one that was like telling me what to report, not the other way around. I had no intentions of doing anything. And then she would say, oh yeah, you can report this. And then this is what she said about Larry. I don't know, but I've been telling Larry that I promise I haven't been talking to anyone. And I'm trying not to piss people off. Now, I think he means not talking to David because she wanted to get back on the show and she didn't want to get in trouble. And she said, yes. And she said, he's been using my photo shoot equipment for knife pictures, my lights, and my production box. So David was doing welding, and he was using all of her stuff, and she was really pissed off about that. And she said he doesn't have anything.
He was using her night picture equipment or whatever for welding. It's weird.
Say he's in the thousands. You can also report that he's thousands of dollars behind on child support to Olivia, and he's about to go to jail. And if you want, you should reach out to Olivia about it. And I said, well, how many months behind? And she said he's $800 a month for Caden, and he hasn't paid for months, and like 4 or 5 months. So the last time he made due was like in May of the previous year when she had brought him to court, and he had to pay like $9,000. She wrote the check for it, and she said at that point he had not paid for several months since. She was like wanting him to. We were talking about where court records would be, and she said it was in New Hanover County in terms of the child support because I wanted to verify it. And I actually never reported the story because I couldn't verify it, and I didn't feel comfortable putting that.
Never mind.
Out there. And she says that she said she went back to what happened with MTV because I asked her again, and she said, I didn't meet with any bosses in New York. I tried to ask my producers if I could get out of my contract, and they wouldn't let me. I don't talk to Olivia at all. She's very shady and two-faced. And she says that MTV ignores her. So she wanted to talk to MTV, but they didn't want to talk to her. Now, I was told at the time that MTV didn't want to talk to her because they were like they did not believe that the split that she made with David was for any other purpose than to try to get back on the show. And she said, they ignore me, literally. Ask Andrew. They ignore him half the time, too. At the time, I'd actually had Andrew and Janelle kind of connecting because I was talking to Andrew at the time, helping him with some of his stuff. And she was like, so we start talking about Andrew. And she says, yeah, I don't understand. I understand what he went through, whether he's a male or not. I know plenty of dudes that have been abused by girls growing up, and it shocked me, but it's definitely happening. And they did connect about what they experienced because they were both going through a split around the same time. Then she continued, people of the crew will talk to my mom, but they will not talk to me. They think I'll blast everything, so I've been keeping it low. So they didn't want to talk to her about anything because they felt like if she did talk...
Well, think about this, though. She's saying that while people are treating Janelle this way because she's in an abusive relationship, and she's taking pleasure out of the concept or the belief, anyways, that people just basically turn their back on Janelle. They don't want to talk to her. They don't want to interact with her. They don't want to be seen, associated with her, whatever, because of her current living situation. How can you possibly make an alleged victim feel any more fucking alone than that? Any more isolated? Any more on their own?
She would blast everything, which she does. That's what she does. So it's probably better that MTV would not talk to her. And she said, and that's why I said I haven't spoken to anyone about getting back on the show, because MTV would not talk to her. They didn't want anything to do with her. So, and she said, they just ignore me. It's all fine. Just trying to work with or without them. I don't know. I want to be free. And then she claimed that she had offers from other people, although I still have yet to see those offers materialize. We talked about her former manager, Johnny, because she and him had been fighting about money. She told me to post this, which was apparently a Tinder account, and I got a lot of crap for this. I posted this on my in a video, and y'all were like, that's not real. Well, in case you're wondering, Janelle told me to post it. I didn't, not me, Janelle. Janelle told me to post it. We then talked about Jace, and she said that she was seeing...
Oh my God, I don't care. So... If I just showed up in her DMs and I told her to post something, which so what? Who cares who told you to post it? They can beg you, they can plead with you, they can tell you to do it, they can scream at you to do it. Ultimately, the choice of whether or not to post something on your profile is yours and yours alone. Just because someone else told you to do it doesn't mean you're off the hook.
Jace frequently, and we talked about whether or not Jace was happy, because one of the things that Barbara kept saying was that Jace was really indifferent. She said, Jace is happy, we are separated. And then she said she had a new agency that she was working with. She said, Jace is happier now. I think he feels a weight lifted off his shoulders in a way. Why would Jace feel a weight lifted off of his shoulders if David was such a good guy? Right? And then she explained that Jace wants all of my attention, and David would be pissed, and I wouldn't give him that type of attention that I gave to my children. Jace wants all of my attention. And then I said, yeah, that's kind of what abusers do. And she said, David would see how I was towards the kids and be like, I wish you loved me like that. And I would roll my eyes. And I said, well, he's isolating you. No friends, no family, no kids. Exactly, she says. So she knew what he was doing. And then
if that's true, that's fucked up. It really is. I mean, you just...
talked about Kaiser, and, I said, I always got the impression that David was harder on Kaiser because he looked like Nathan, and she said yes. Now, in her rant about race, she got really pissed off that people were implying that this stuff was related to Ensley, but it was all about Kaiser. So suddenly she was okay that it was happening to Kaiser, but she wasn't okay that it was happening to Ensley. And now she's insinuating that nothing happened because the case was dropped. That doesn't mean nothing happened. It means that they just didn't move forward with it, okay? Asked about Nugget, and she said he cried and said he was sorry and understood if he was going to leave him. She said he said he wished that he had done it, but he was just so mad. He in his video said that he just put the dog down because that's what you do. He didn't say anything about being mad. Kaiser was great, and they had to rebuy a bunch of their toys. Then we were talking about Kale, and she accused Kale of using her for ratings. That's like her go-to. She accuses everyone of using her for ratings. And this shows up, and she's showing things to me about what people are posting, and it's like talking about purchases and why his Etsy account got shut down. She said he got his Etsy account shut down because he couldn't pay his account fee every month.
So I want to go back here. I'm going to pull these up a little bit bigger and actually read what it is she's sharing with everyone. Okay, so this one here, Janelle says, unless you can match the pictures up with the actual day it happened, I suggest you stop posting about me. That was November 7th. You have no idea what happened before CPS, after CPS, what photos go to what dates. You are wrong, and I'm sick of rumors being spread because of you. Katie says, I didn't post anything about you. Someone was spreading a photo around, but I never shared it because it was really mean. I'd never do that. Janelle says, oh, by the way, I don't like Olivia because she's an obsessed fan. Katie says, I honestly don't know what photo you are talking about. I didn't share any of the kids. Janelle says, you dig at people close to me to get info about myself, not even David. Okay, next. Okay. Katie says, someone today was, we already read that. Then Katie says, tons of people sent it to me, and I didn't want to paint anything inaccurate or be a bully. Janelle says, no, there was never a pic from that incident, but it was recorded, so everything was handed to the courts. Katie says, I'm glad you got everything recorded. Janelle says, yeah, don't believe dates people tell you because it's wrong. Okay. Here. Katie says, can I ask you something off the record? Well, so she didn't even, it wasn't even Janelle who initiated the off the record remark. That was Katie. Katie volunteered that without prompting and then took it back. So Janelle says, question mark. Katie says, how long were you, what? I can't read it. How long were you documenting this? And truly, how are you doing? I've been genuinely worried. Oh my God. Janelle says, since 2017 or 2018, I forget. Katie says, damn, I'm really sorry you went through this. I'm guessing it was so hard to say anything was fine. I'm guessing it was so hard to have to say everything was fine when it wasn't. Katie says, that's on his Instagram. Janelle says, yeah, everyone has sent that to me. Katie says, hey, Janelle, I'm doing a story about David today, and I wanted to clarify something. Is he allowed to talk about you on social media? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That was her way of baiting Janelle, saying, yo, come get your man and put on a good show so I have content. All right, Kat. Janelle says, nope, just saw this. Sorry. Okay. And Janelle says, thanks, I'm about to block him. And yes, I know he's been talking about me. I'm just ignoring him. That's what I dealt with on a daily basis. Katie says, wow, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad you haven't blocked. And you and the kids doing okay? Or are you and the kids doing okay? So many people want to know. Janelle says, yes, we're perfectly fine. Katie says, I'm glad to hear that. You posted an old photo from Unseen Moments on Snap last night. Of course, everyone assumes you have a hidden message. No, I don't think everyone assumes. I think Katie assumes. Janelle says, yeah, that's an old pic from when I was pregnant. I guess Snapchat doesn't put memories at the top, LOL. I was pregnant with Ashley. Katie says, the Ashley tweeted that you put it out to tease you coming back. Janelle says, LMFAO, no, it was a part of my memories on my Snapchat. Hey, Janelle, I'm getting messages from people about your recent story on Instagram and Facebook. Your GPS is showing your location in the video. People are worried you might give away your location this way. Janelle says, saw that, not where I live, but definitely deleted it. Can't believe I didn't catch that, though. Thanks. Katie says, absolutely. When I saw you deleted the video, I was so relieved. I'm sure you just wanted to share the song, making you feel good. Too bad the GPS showed up. People definitely just wanted to keep you safe. I hope you are doing well. Is there any truth to the rumors that you may return to Teen Mom? Katie, Janelle says, I haven't spoke to anyone about returning, so I don't know why everyone is saying that. They ignore me. All right. They ignore me. Okay. All right. So Katie says, really? You were in New York for a meeting? That's what everyone has reported. What was your New York trip for? Radar reported sources connected to you say you are in talks with MTV. Janelle says, you can report that my electric is about to be turned off if he doesn't fork up $800. Really? I'm not in talks with anyone. Honestly, I'm focused on getting the kids to school and setting up doctors where we move to. Katie says, wow, how are these outlets getting this so wrong? Janelle says, and yes, I just checked our electric bill, but don't you say you got it from me. Katie says, could I say sources connected to you? All right, so Okay. Janelle says, and now they ignore me. It's all fucked up. I'm just trying to work with or without them. I don't care. I want to be free. Katie says, I can understand that. I mean, you need to make money for your family. Do you have any income coming in right now or offers from other places that MTV is getting in the way of? Janelle says, offers from other people. Katie says, that has to be so frustrating. I've heard that the manager you had isn't the best either, so I'm sure that didn't help. Janelle says, Johnny, no, but I have someone else now. Katie says, that's really great. How is everything going in your new location? Have you found a place to live? Janelle goes, yes, I love it where I'm at, and the kids love it too. And here, Katie says, that's great. Are you able to see Jay still? Then they say, by the way, someone sent me this to one of my friends. Someone sent me this to one of my friends. You can use that, but not for me. No. Okay. Then this, mind you, we're only on November 21st, 2019. Janelle says, yes, I'm seeing Jace frequently. Katie says, and people are all saying that's what you will do. I'm glad to hear that you can get to see Jace. Is he happier now that you've separated? I know he struggled with David. Janelle says, that I do what? Katie says, that you will be on Tinder, like rebounding. Janelle says, but yes, Jace is happy and we separated. Is happy we separated. I'm actually not. I have an agency now, and they suggested to never go on that app again, so I'm not. Katie says, good, I'm glad. You are getting guidance, or I'm glad you are getting guidance that will help you moving forward. And Jace is happier. Okay. Katie says, I know he struggled a lot from what your mom said. How is your mom doing? Are things better without the attention? Janelle says, yes. Yeah, he wanted all my attention, and David would be pissed I wouldn't give him the type of attention that I gave to my children. Jace wants all my attention. She's good. We've been getting along. Katie says, I'm sure. He wants to be with his mama. So telling that David would be jealous of that. So David said, Janelle said, David would see how I was toward the kids and say, I wish you loved me like that. And I rolled my eyes. Katie said, David seemed to want you all to himself. No friends, no family, no kids. Exactly. Katie says, that's the definition of abuse. Mind you, again, I want to point out, she is sharing these public DM or these private DMs publicly. And she just throws that in there as part of the text. That's the definition of abuse. I'm sure Nathan is happy too. How was Kaiser? I always got the sense that David was hard on Kaiser because he looked like Nathan. Yup. Poor buddy. Do you ever feel like David... Okay, I don't even want to talk about that. Okay. What's that? Oh, okay. So here, Katie says, so Kale talked about you on her podcast today. She apparently wants you to come on. Janelle says, not happening. My lawyers even replied to her email and said no thanks. Katie says, your issue with her happened long before David, right? Janelle says, yeah, way before. She's just trying to use me for ratings. I don't care about Etsy. Okay, Katie says, are you documenting everything for the court? Janelle says, his Etsy got shut down because he couldn't pay. Okay. Oh, wait. Because he couldn't pay for his account fee every month and didn't send someone a refund, so they shut down his Etsy. if you want to point that out. Okay. I'm in therapy now, but thanks for suggesting. Kids are doing great. Okay. They're talking about some ML. It looks like an MLM type of company. I don't know. Okay, so I'm not going to keep reading these. I wanted to read the other parts. Oh, wow, there's a lot of messages. Jesus, I can't believe she shared all of these on her fucking stream. That's crazy. All right. I will upload this, and I will put a link to this video in the description, or the whole folder rather, if anyone wants to check it out. I'm going to get over here to chat for a second. Okay, and I want to check one more thing. Where's window capture? Turn that off for 2 seconds. Turn that back on for now. Because I have another tab open. I want to see what it was. Oh, hold it. Okay. All right. So we're gonna wrap this up with this little screenshot here because I want to be petty. Let me see here. Okay, so window capture. This is a tweet from Alice. It's funny. This is an older tweet too. This is from a few years ago, maybe. And someone said regarding me, because I had been arguing with Alice, they said 77 tweets in the last 24 hours about Slayer Utica. Me, yeah, definitely rent free. To which Alice says, well, that only shows how much fact checking is required. So please stop the bullshit. A girl needs a rest. Oh my god. I don't know why I saw that and I was like, I just want to share that. That's fucking hilarious. That's the funniest freaking tweet I've seen in a while. Oh. I gotta start streaming earlier because, man, I get streaming and I just get tired. It just hits me all of a sudden. Yeah, her journalistic claims are crap, even more so with this BS, as there was no reason to break privilege of being off the record, and she's acting so fake to probe her for tea. Yep. You know, and she wonders why people don't want to talk to her or whatever. People don't really seriously consider her a friend given their relationship, and how and why Katie only calls them for shit. Because, like, you know, Katie's not, like, calling them to see, like, I don't know, I hear you're going through a bad time. Can I be of use or whatever? She's like, I hear you're going through a bad time. Want to talk about it? You know? Like, you know that's why she's calling. You can see it. It's so transparent. And she wonders why people don't want to just be friends with her because, I don't know, it's hard to be friends with someone who's clearly using you, in my opinion. But, okay. On that note, I'm going to wrap this up. It's after 1 a.m. here, and I have to be to work at 9. So, all right. I will probably be streaming. I don't know if I'm going to stream for sure tomorrow night. If I come up with something to stream about, a good idea or whatever, then I will. But if not, then I might just take the night off. I'm sorry, Marcy. I can't help you with that. Yeah. And, you know, like, I feel like I'm a bit desensitized to that a bit now after following Balls over on Twitter and them always talking about Katie's clam and just, that's a good spot I think to end this stream on right now is my mentioning that. So, all right, bye guys. I will be around. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.